Chaos theory says that complex systems, like you, like your life, are so sensitive to initial conditions that even the smallest variation can produce completely different outcomes. This isn't a metaphor. This is physics. This is nature. This is you. You miss a train, you answer a call, you open a message. You say yes instead of no, and everything changes. But no one notices because the chaos isn't loud. It's quiet. It hides in the ordinary. It looks like coincidence. It looks like routine, like waking up 5 minutes late, like deciding to stay instead of leaving, like meeting someone you weren't supposed to meet. You think it's nothing, but it was everything. Your entire life is shaped by moments you didn't even see. And now you're here thinking this is where you were always meant to be. But it's not. It's just where you ended up a different second, a different mood, a different thought. And none of this would be real. That's the chaos. You're not in control of as much as you think. Free will? Sure, but inside a system you didn't design, with variables you don't understand. Influenced by people you didn't choose. Even your thoughts, those too, are shaped. By language, by memory, by trauma, by hope, by what your parents told you, by what someone screamed at you when you were 8 years old and never forgot. You're not a fixed identity. You're a process. You're an accumulation. You're a pattern in motion. A storm that thinks it's a person. We try to impose meaning on a universe that doesn't care. We want stories, arcs, logic, but reality doesn't care about your narrative. It doesn't care about justice or symmetry or fairness. Things happen. Sometimes they're beautiful. Sometimes they're cruel. And most of the time, they're both. You think that bad things happen for a reason. You try to comfort yourself with that. But sometimes bad things just happen. No lesson, no growth, no silver lining. Just entropy, just noise, just the wind blowing in a different direction. You think you chose your path, but the truth is, paths are created after you walk them. You look back and see coherence, but at the time, you were just surviving, improvising, reacting, and the story you tell yourself now is just a way to make peace with what happened. Maybe you think you made a mistake 5 years ago. Maybe you still carry the guilt, but what if that mistake saved you from something worse? What if the thing that broke you was the thing that kept you alive? You'll never know, that's the thing. Chaos doesn't let you see what didn't happen. It only shows you what did. And what did happen was this version of you, this version of your life. Is it good? Is it bad? That depends on the hour, on your mood, on what you ate, on whether it's sunny or raining. Meaning isn't fixed either. You assign it, you erase it, you change it. What mattered yesterday is irrelevant today, and what you ignore now might haunt you 10 years from now. That's not weakness, that's nature, that's fluidity, that's the chaos of being conscious. You're not here to find the answer, there isn't one. You're here to experience the system from inside it, to feel it, to move through it, to collide with others, to crash, to rebuild, to lose again. You're here to be part of the storm. And yet, we resist. We want rules. We want guarantees. We want to know that if we do X, we'll get Y, that if we're good, we'll be rewarded, that if we try hard enough, we'll succeed. But chaos doesn't make deals. It doesn't care how much effort you gave. It doesn't reward sincerity. Sometimes you win by accident. Sometimes you lose despite doing everything right. It's not fair, but it is real. So what now? You can spend your life trying to control the uncontrollable. You can exhaust yourself building a perfect plan only to watch it collapse from a single unexpected variable. Or you can start dancing with the storm. You can stop expecting stability from a system that was never stable. This doesn't mean giving up. It means letting go of the illusion. It means working with the currents instead of against them. It means realizing that sometimes what looks like failure is just a step sideways towards something you never could have predicted. That's the paradox of chaos. It destroys predictability, but it also creates possibility. If you can't control what happens, you also can't limit what might happen. Some of the best things in your life will come from moments that felt meaningless at the time. Some of your greatest connections will begin in silence. Some of your turning points won't feel like turning points at all. It's terrifying, but it's also liberating. Because if the system is unstable, then nothing is final, nothing is fixed. Not your pain, not your story, not your identity. You can collapse and you can rise again. You can lose everything and then find something better in the rubble. Not because you deserve it, not because the universe owed you, but because chaos allowed for it. Because the same disorder that breaks also opens. The same randomness that wounds also rearranges. You are not a static thing. You are not a noun. You are a verb, a function, a living, pulsing equation, one that can be rewritten, one that is constantly rewriting itself. You don't need to fix everything. You can't. What you can do is remain aware. Pay attention, not to gain control, but to flow with the current instead of pretending there isn't one. Your choices still matter. They matter because they add to the pattern. They shift the probabilities. They tilt the outcome, not in obvious ways, but in the subtle physics of your life. Say the word, stay the extra minute, take the different street. Tell the truth instead of staying silent, not because it guarantees a result, but because in a chaotic system, even the smallest act matters. The butterfly effect isn't good or bad, it just is. The flap of wings might bring a storm or calm or nothing at all. You'll never know, but you are part of it, and maybe that's enough.